Something I've noticed when you harass us now, when you turn the game to a bit of a physical content, Arsenal seems to hide. As in, we get off our rhythm, we don't know what to do. It's happening too often. And I get it physically. Or the guy in the midfield is not he's not the best competitor in terms of physical, but he has the skill set and the speed to maneuver the ball. And I've been seeing this kind of performances constantly from Odegaard. When the game gets very physical, he hides. He fades away. He just fades out of the game. But we have two other physical specimen in Partey and Xhaka. They were not bullied, but we're not moving the ball the way we should move it. We're not maneuvering the ball the way we should. We're holding on to the ball too much. Yes, I get it. The concession of the first goal to make it two. We've seen this before. We saw a similar turn of form last season. I was thinking we would have learned from our mistakes of last season, especially the experience of that last year will have prepared us to prepare and be more resolute and show more resilience. But unfortunately, it's like Arsenal like to reenact the past. This is on Arteta for me. I've mentioned it, and I'm sounding like a broken record. If you look at my preview, I said drop Saka. We saw Saka today again, non-existent. He was fading and fading out of the game. I'm not going to blame Saka because he doesn't pick himself. This is on Arteta. Today's draw is on Arteta. Does it remind you of what happened last weekend against Liverpool? It was very convenient for the fans and the pundits to say it was the atmosphere at Anfield that made us not to capitulate from a two-goal lead to join that game. We should have lost that game. We're very lucky to have hung on by the skin of our teeth. And we're lucky to escape Anfield with a draw. Previewing this match, I said it. Play Trossard, change it up. And I was actually anticipating West Ham to play five at the back. No, they went four at the back and they made sure their midfield played higher up. Now, there's something I've noticed. When you harass us, now when you turn the game to a bit of a physical content, Arsenal seems to hide. As in, we get off our rhythm, we don't know what to do. It's happening too often. And I get it physically, or the guy in the midfield is not he's not the best competitor in terms of physical, but he has the skill set and the speed to maneuver the ball. And I've been seeing this kind of performances constantly from Odegaard. When the game gets very physical, he hides. He fades away. He just fades out of the game. But we have two other physical specimen in Partey and Xhaka. They were not bullied, but we're not moving the ball the way we should move it. We're not maneuvering the ball the way we should. We're holding on to the ball too much. Yes, I get it. The concession of the first goal to make it 2-1 was a sloppy. I'm not going to blame Partey because he does that most of the time. 90% of the time, he gets away with it. So the 10% that don't get away with it don't really result into goals. So I'm not going to hang on that to bury or to chase that Partey too much because that's high risk, high reward. Because if he gets that ball and skins Declan Rice, that's one player out of the midfield. We can initiate our attack. He does that all the time. Unfortunately, this time he was caught napping, and that resulted to a pass to Piqueta and a desperate launch from Gabriel that he didn't get the ball. He got Piqueta in the penalty box. That was a penalty. And something I've been saying that somebody was actually criticizing me, especially when I posted the video rather on my TikTok saying, am I trolling? I am going to continue to say it. It is not coincidental that the last two games Holding played and we've drawn the matches. Because, see, what you don't get, apart from this, the fact that Saliba gives us a bit more solidity, sorry, it gives us that solidity at the back. His passing range, the way he moved the ball. Saliba is a proper footballer. Now, Holding has improved in his passing, but he doesn't give us that impetus of driving the ball forward. His passing is not as crisp or as good as Holding's passing is not as good as Saliba's passing. His defensive awareness is not as good as Saliba. We're missing all that. Recovery pace and all that, he's not as good as Saliba. Some of you argue against Leeds It wasn't that fantastic. Go and watch that game again. Just that Leeds were not as little as West Ham and as Liverpool. This today's draw, like I said, is on Arteta. Arteta is showing naivety consistently. Why didn't we bring in Smith Rowe? See, players that can hold on to the ball. Why can't you bring it? Why is he reluctant to play Smith Rowe? He has been fit for a while. Why is he not to play Smith Rowe? Why? We've seen it consistently when the games get physical. Odegaard, most of the time, sorry, he hides. We can't continue with this. Now, it's not impossible for us to win still win the title. But let's be real. I love Arsenal. I'm a diehard Arsenal fan. But let's be objective. The momentum is with Man City right now. And Man City have the squad, the manager, the temperament to win all their games. Can you say that about Arsenal from the last 2 games? 2 points from 6. That is not a title winning run. 2 points from 6. From a Liverpool that is struggling, from a West Ham that is hovering around the relegation zone. That is not good enough. As in, conceding 2 goals after taking 2-goal lead is from 2 games consecutively is not good enough. Let's call it what it is. This is very naive. And for Saka to have given that penalty, we know Saka is suffering confidence crisis. We know Saka has not been playing well. Why would we let him play that penalty? You could argue that Jesus have played and still lost it. I get it, but we've seen it in the Euros with Saka. We've seen it last season with Saka. Now he has repeated it again. See, I know Saka is a star boy. The English fans like to hype him on. He is not a world-class player. Can we not agree that he's not a world-class player? No, I'm not being reactionary. Go and check my catalog of videos. You can see it there. He's a top player that can get to world-class. But with his performances that he tends to hide at the business end of the season, when the pressure is high, it's like pressure is busting Saka's veins. When the pressure is high, Saka fades away. Let's be real. Let's stop saying I'm tired of this overhyping of English talent. Tired. He's a top player. He's not a world-class player. He might not be world-class. We are seeing it consistently. At those high pressure moments, Saka tend to sink. He might improve. He's 21, he's young. He might get over it subsequently. But right now, when the pressure is high, Saka, he just folds. He melts. He melts. Odegaard, same thing. Is our title host extinguished? I don't think so. But we will need a miracle. Look at the fixtures. If you cannot beat a struggling West Ham, can we beat Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Man City away, Wolves on the last day? Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.